He's on the inside for the next spot, but we will have the drive coming out of the corner. We bounce the car over the curves very aggressively, but once again, he will have the slipstream heading down towards the right-hander. Will he go inside? Will he go outside? I give him the inside to have the optimal line coming out of there. It's a squeeze, but here comes the Brazilian. Japan versus Brazil for this next spot. He backs off going into the very, very tight hairpin. He's still there. Will he get his nose in? No, there's contact! There's contact! Drogovic just spun me round. What just happened there? We are spun round.
And here we are, back after yesterday's exciting feature race for today's sprint. The top 8 from yesterday have been reversed for the grid down below, and we're almost ready to start. As we await the start of another hugely anticipated Formula 2 race, I'm joined again by Davide Valsecchi. Davide, as a former GP2 champion, can we get some insight to what is running through these young drivers' heads as they sit out on the grid?
Ciao Alex, it's a pleasure to be here. There are nervy moments, there is no doubts about that. Mental strength is the key to remaining calm and focusing on the upcoming race. Formula 2 is so competitive, and all of these drivers knows that they are going to be pushing each other all of the way. In this sport, you have to be able to control your nerves.
Hello guys, turbocharged 51 over here. I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. We're back on F1 2020, back with our F2 career mode, and well, not career mode / Grand Prix mode. But guys, yesterday you guys saw the feature race. Today it's time for the sprint race. No pit stops, 21 laps of cool, clean, hard racing. But if you guys saw the weather forecast, it seems like there might be a little bit of rain at the end of this race. So trust me, that is not going to slip in my beautiful mind, because if it starts raining, you guys know in F2, because there is no such thing as intermediate, it's just heavy wet tires. When it rains in the F2 mode, it pours. So hopefully the rain stays away, because I want the dry race for once. But it's time for the F2 sprint race, no pit stops. I just did a backup strategy for if there might be a late safety car or something that I can go into the softs and push like crazy. But we'll have to see what happens. Joe and my teammate Drogovic are on the front row with, is it Lundgaard or Armstrong? I actually can't remember, in P3, one of the ARTs, and Sonoda in P4. So it is time. We are in P8 after successfully, by the way, spoiler alert, after successfully doing a last to first challenge. But guys, it is time for the start of the sprint race, and we are now going to head to 5 red lights for the sprint race, and it's go for the F2 sprint race. Guys, unfortunately my replay camera recordings all got corrupted, so this entire race is only going to be my personal POV. Not the best start, down to P10. We are late to the brakes, up into P7. We actually get PK on the outside. We are on the inside for the next corner, and iiTzAssassins is caught napping on the outside as he gets squeezed out by Yuki Tsunoda. It's up into P6 after a fairly terrible start. Onto the brakes, defend the inside. There's nowhere I can go in front of me, but still iiTzAssassins' nose is still up my inside, but we shut the door in his face, and that is us up into P6, right behind Tsunoda, Tictum, and Christian Lundgaard. And I think my teammate has actually taken the lead away from Guan Yu Zhou, so I think Drogovic is leading the way of this race. If we look at the mini-map, no, the yellow dot is still ahead, so it is still Zhou leading from Drogovic, but Drogovic is in the hot seat to win this race today. At the end of the backtrack, we go up the inside of Yuki Tsunoda. Beautiful move up the inside. Clean, calm, clean, and collected is the words I was looking for. But that is us now up into P5 as we chase after Dan Tictum. Okay guys, I thought I was actually going to keep the weather report, but clearly I cut it out. So you guys can see it's very doom and gloom. The clouds are really coming in, and if you guys actually want a little bit of a story of my life, in South Africa it's currently looking exactly the same as it looks in the game. So it's probably going to rain a little bit later on. So if you hear thunder or lightning, I can do nothing about that. I'm sorry. In any case, let's get back to the racing action. You can see by the end of the lap, we have once again closed up to Tictum after our move on Sonoda. And it is still Zhou leading the way, Dragovic P2, Lungard P3, Tictum P4, myself P5, Sonoda P6. Oh, iiLot, wait a minute. What just happened there? There was a little bit of a swap there with positions there, but in any case, we're P5, Sonoda P6, iiLot P7, and PK P8. As Guan Yu Zhou sets the fastest lap of the race. It's the first lap, so the first car that crosses the line sets the fastest lap. We now go further on. You guys can see my exit coming out of the first chicane is absolutely phenomenal. And unfortunately, I had to cut away from overtaking Tictum because the replay was laggy. But we got the move done on Tictum into the next corner. But now he is pressurizing us to take back his P4 position. We are late into the brakes, a little bit too late. Oh no, guys, we overshot that corner way too much. We have to take to the escape road, and now we're going to lose so much time in position. So the track is dirty. We lose the rear end, and we are back to where we started this race in P8. That is absolutely heartbreaking. So we're going to have to do all that hard work again that we did at the start of the race. So we're down to P8, so we need to fight for P7 now, as we are right behind Marcus Armstrong in his ART. We're going to go very wide through the penultimate corner, dive it up the inside, little bit bumpy bargy. I'm not going to lie, guys, I was kind of mad at myself, so I do apologize to Armstrong for doing that to him. But yes, I was a little bit of a dodo with just braking way too late. Jay Deruvala at this stage takes the fastest lap of the race. So well done from Deruvala. He's still in a shot with getting points, guys. Remember, only the top 8 get points in this race.
Weather is looking good for now.
So guys, no rain just yet. You can see the clouds are starting to dissipate, but you can never count out the weather in the F1 game. It'll just all of a sudden come back, like typical South African weather, to be fair. But here we go through the first sector. We go purple first sector. It's a little bit of an oversteering moment coming out of the double right-hander onto the back straight, but we still luckily do have DRS on Callum iiLot. So we're in P7. We've got a beautiful 2 points to our name. Not something very good, but we will catch up to them pretty soon because it's clear that I do have the pace. I just need to not overuse these tires and be useless at the end. Luckily, I do not drive with ABS off, otherwise I would have had a massive lockup when I went wide and had to take to the escape road. But in any case, iiLot has a lockup into the first corner. He's very unsettled coming out of there. iiLot is just not confident in those first 2 corners. We draw side by side with the Brit on the outside. Will we get the move done around the outside of Callum iiLot to the inside? And it's a beautiful move back up into P6. He's still there though. I have to leave the space, but we get the exit. He's still there. Holy moly. He finally backs out of it, but geez, he really gave me a hard time there. But we're up into P6 as we now chase after Yuki Tsunoda, as Pedro Piquet just set the fastest lap. Why is he in last place? I wish I had my replay cam so that I could show you guys. Probably a front wing breakage, and he had to pit at the end of lap 1. But Piquet is setting fastest laps, so well done to Piquet. But it's for absolute nothing. It's for the wooden spoon, because if you're not in the top 10, you're not getting the fastest lap point. In any case, we come towards the end of lap 4 and the near start of lap 5. Up to the inside of Tsunoda at the final corner. A lot prettier than the move I made on Armstrong. And we're up into P5. This is where we were before we went wide at the end of the back straight. So let's go for the move on Tictum. Here we go. Now, we were actually defending from Tictum when the move happened, but we are literally smelling his gearbox oil, guys. We are tucked up right underneath his rear wing. Here we go. He defects to the inside very harshly as Lungard and Zhou are busy fighting away. So my teammate clearly got a move done on Zhou. And now Lungard is trying to take P2 away from the Chinese driver, which he does. And he opens up the door for us to actually go for a move on the Chinese driver as well. He gives us slipstream as well, side by side with Guan Yu Zhou into the near flat out right-hander. Very, very close. We give Zhou the squeeze. And that is us now up into the podium positions. Beautiful racing there. And not even a smidge of contact between myself and Guan Yu Zhou. Out of the first corner, Lungard is unsettled just like iiLot. It just seems the AI do not like that corner, but I do back out of the move because Lungard was going to shut the door in my face, and that was a crash waiting to happen. So we can just be calm. It's only lap 6. We've still got, what's that? 14 laps to go. No, 15 laps to go. Sorry, 15 laps to go. So in any case, open up DRS. He does not have DRS off of Dragovic. Dragovic is starting to run away with this. So here we go. It's going to be an easy move to the outside as he defends the inside. Esports line breaking into the corner. Don't overshoot like we did. Round the outside to the inside. And that is wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. P2, it's an MP Motorsport 1-2, but who will come out on top today? Myself driving as Matsushita or Dragovic, as Lundgaard is trying to actually put his finger in the pie here. He goes around the outside at the almost flat out right-hander. Here we go up the inside, just a feint, give him the squeeze, and there's nothing that Lundgaard can do. We keep P2. Sorry about that. In any case, guys, now we could jump onto the end of lap 8 as we set the fastest lap of the race.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Thank you very much, Jeff. We now go to lap 11 and the doom and gloom has come back. As you guys can see, the clouds are really looming, and I am very much stressing the fact that we can have rain pretty soon, but let's see what happens. We've caught up to our teammate. It's a 3.1 second gap to Christian Lundgaard, and will we have once again a phenomenal battle like we did back at Bahrain for the win once again? Here we go. DRS is open as we're going to go for the move now.
No rain expected for the time being.
It looks like it's about to rain, but Jeff says no rain expected. I'm going to trust my engineer, but here we go. Around the outside of Dragovic. He does not really put up much of a fight, but he's going to have the slipstream now heading towards the next right-hander. He actually goes to the inside. I prefer the outside so that I can brake later into the hairpin. But look at this. Dragovic he is so committed, and he takes back the lead. So the Clash of the Titans part 2 is officially underway because Dragovic is not taking any prisoners today. Will we go up the inside for this next corner? Very late into the brakes. We nearly make contact with Dragovic, but we just go very wide as we are too late into the brakes as he is back into the lead. It's a shimmy and shake, which didn't work there. But okay, Dragovic, I see where this is going. Will we go for a dive up the inside? No, we do not. Guys, remember, the number one rule in racing is don't make contact with your teammate, and that is a rule that I'm going to try and enforce still in this race. DRS is open as Robert Schwartzman has retired from the race, as you guys have seen. Will we go to the inside? No, we do not. We're back out of the move. We were just a little bit too far behind. Round this next part of the track. Look at the exit we get coming out of the second corner. There's just nothing they can do to defend. Dragovic defends the inside. We go to the outside, but he just parks his car right on the apex. He is defending like a boss. He has learned a few moves from the wonderful Mr. Matsushita. But here we go around this next corner, and we will have DRS now for the back straight, which is the long straight. Let's make sure we get the move done and dusted for this part. DRS is open, the rear flap is open. Here we go, the gap is closing, 2.5 tenths, 2 tenths, 1 tenth. Here we go, will we go for the dive? Yes, we go for the dive up the inside, but still Dragovic just shuts the door in our face. There's nothing we can do, guys. He's parking the car on the apex, making sure we can't go for a dive. Otherwise, there will be contact. He's driving a very...
See some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
Seriously, Jeff? I asked you that a few minutes ago, and now suddenly...
You may see some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes.
I think the race will be done by then. But guys, look at the move. We go off track to try and get a move done on Dragovic. He locks up heading into the corner. He's on the inside for the next spot, but we will have the drive coming out of the corner. We bounce the car over the curbs very aggressively. But once again, he will have the slipstream heading down towards the right-hander. Will he go inside? Will he go outside? I give him the inside to have the optimum line coming out of there. It's a squeeze, but here comes the Brazilian. Japan versus Brazil for this next spot. He backs off going into the very, very tight hairpin. He's still there. Will he get his nose in? No. There's contact! There's contact! Dragovic just spun me round. What just happened there? We are spun round. We actually get the car back going. The safety car has been deployed.
Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down. Maintain positive delta.
Guys, Dragovic, Lundgaard, and Tictum have got penalties. Hey guys, you can see I'm going into box for this lap. I need to make sure my car doesn't have damage. So if there needs to be a front wing replaced, they can do that. And I'll go into the softs. I'm going to lose a lot of positions, but I mean, he just nipped me on the rear wheel. Lundgaard stopped, and then Tictum just runs into the back of Lundgaard. And I still don't know why Dragovic has got a penalty, probably because the contact was made under safety car conditions, but that is a monumental crash. Luckily, we do not have a penalty. Guys, you guys need to tell me in the comments down below, was I the guilty party there or was Dragovic the guilty party? As far as I'm concerned, he was not half a car alongside me. He has to back out of the move, which he didn't, and it just made our race a lot tougher.
Exit now. You'll be racing as you leave the pits. Go now.
So guys, we did have to replace our front wing, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I know I just offered up the lead, but if I had to drive with a broken front wing, I would have lost more places than I am in now. At least now, we can fight back.
Accelerates. Remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
So guys, we will have 6 laps of racing. No, 6 laps. It's going to be 6 laps of racing. And you guys see, I'm already trying to go side by side with Sato just to get the move done up the inside, because now we are on the set of tires we did our qualifying lap on, and these tires are going to really quickly fall off the cliff. But I mean, it's 6 laps to go. We've got
It's dropping back by about 0.3 a lap.
Jeff, thank you for very useless information. We are going to be leaps and bounds ahead of these guys when it comes to speed. Guys, we just need to get back into the top 8. Let's just get points. We can't have a phenomenal race like that and a phenomenal fight back like we had and not get points. That'll not fly for me. Up the inside of Roy Nassani. Now we have to chase after Giuliano Alesi and Mick Schumacher. What is Schumacher doing in P15 for Pete's sakes? That is a little bit sad. Obviously, thanks to the safety car, the DRS has been disabled. And guys, I'm sorry, but I'm going to talk over Jeff. But still, now that the safety car has come out, is the rain close? It doesn't look like it because we've got blue skies above us. All of a sudden, certain parts of the track of the track are covered in cloud cover or under cloud cover. I can't speak today. And other parts we see blue skies. So the rain is still a threat. We need to fight back to P8. We've got more than 8 positions to gain to just get a point for this race. And it's just, a little bit of track extension there. You saw nothing. I am a good boy. And guys, it's just insane. Why with this 2020 F2 season, the sprint races have been more action-packed than the feature races as we go up the inside of Giuliano Alesi. That should not have worked, but for some other reason it did. P16. On lap 16, you can't get better than that. But, no, you can, but still, it's just very ironic. P16, lap 16, it works. But, guys, I still want to know, how have the races with this F2 season that I've shown you guys, how have the sprint races been more action-packed than the feature races? It just blows my mind. We take fastest lap, so if we get into the top 10, we will get those 2 extra points, but we have to get into the top 10. That's the problem. Schumacher once again very slow coming out of the second corner. Easy move up the inside of the German driver as Samaya in his Campos is ahead of us, and he is following Louis Delatraz in his Charus. Here we go. Come on, we have to start making moves here, guys. I just squeezed Schumacher to the curb there. I was very, very angry at my teammate after everything that happened, guys. Like, seriously, there was no need for Dragovic to cost us a 1-2. He's got a penalty now. He's no longer even in the lead. Christian Lundgaard is leading this race. We lost the 1-2 because Dragovic wasn't willing to give up a position that, honestly, I feel I deserved. Even though he had a very bad feature race, I still feel I deserved that. But still, he's cost us a 1-2 in this race. And yes, we've won the team's championship already, but still, that is a hard pill to swallow. As we are now right behind Delatraz, will we go up the inside of this corner? Come on, we do not have the confidence like our teammate Dragovic does at that corner. But Delatraz keeps the position for now. We will try a little bit of move over the inside. I make this almost the same mistake as Dragovic, and I just talked about how he was a little bit stupid. So luckily I backed out before there was any spinning involved. But yeah, a little bit, you guys can see I'm driving in anger because why? Just why Dragovic? Why? There was no need for what he did. And we're teammates. And like I said earlier in the video, guys, the number 1 rule in racing is don't make contact with your teammate. And that is exactly what Dragovic did. In any case, guys, we've got Samaya. We're now on the verge of overtaking Markelov up the inside, just like we did with his teammate Alesi. And we now chase after Jack Aitken and Sean Galale. Guys, it's just, we've got, basically as this lap ends, we've got 3 laps to go. then this race is done. We're not close. Well, we're close to P8, but not close to making the move. So it's now or never. And I'm just driving, like I said, I'm driving in anger, and I'm driving like there's nothing left. It's points or it's over. So it's just we set another fastest lap of 43.5. Beautiful, beautiful lap there. And that was while we were doing overtakes. That is the scary part. We are now chasing after Jack Aitken. And I mean, we're close to the top 10 where we will at least get the fastest lap points, but no extra points for that matter because we are not in the top 8. Look at Aitken, he just leaves the door open. We've got the grip advantage. See you later, alligator. One more position and we bank the fastest lap points. You guys can see I'm so early on the power coming out of every corner. Like some corners I can literally feel the car starting to slip and slide. But you know, I'm just working with it. I'm working with it because there's nothing else that I can do. So here we go. On the brakes. It's a big dive up the inside of Sean Galal. We came from miles back. But that is how it should be. That is, don't count your chickens until well, don't what's that saying? Don't say anything until the fat lady has sung. I'm useless today because I am driving in anger, not the point. Here we go. We are in P10. We banked the 2 fastest lap points, but now we've got the 2 high-tech drivers in front of us, Mazepin and Giotto. And if I can get past Giotto, we've got 3 points because P8 is 1 point. Here we go. Up the inside of the Russian after our phenomenal battle in the feature race. He's a little bit more lenient this time. That's P9. And next is his teammate, Luca Giotto, the Italian. So here we go. Will we make a move up the inside of the final corner? I'm really tempted. There we go. We mount the move up the inside of the Italian, and that is P8 where we started this race. We've got 2 laps to go, and Deruva, oh, look at Deruva coming out of the first corner. He is useless coming out of there. That is P7. Yes, Guan Yu Zhou, guys, he has to have a car issue because he was in the lead of this race, and now he's in P6. He's been passed by everybody, so he got the same pole position curse that my teammate got for the feature race. And look at it, I'm pushing Joe through this next corner. Their tires are absolutely dying around the outside as we head onto the back straight. Beautiful move done there on Joe. We've got a lap and a half to go. iiLot and Tsunoda are right ahead of us. And guys, some of the leaders have penalties. Remember that. Some of the leaders have got 5-second penalties. I can still get a podium here. I can honestly still get a podium, but I'm going to have to make quick work of iiLot and Tsunoda. Otherwise, we are screwed. And look at the left front. It's already on 44%. I've been driving in absolute anger. Will we go for the move on iiLot? Yes, we do. Big dive, big dive, big dive. Big cojones, if I can put it that way. Only Tsunoda stands between us and a podium. And guys, look at the gap to Lundgaard. 5.3 seconds. We have got 1 lap to get under 5 seconds of Christian Lundgaard to get a podium. And my teammate Dragovic has also got a penalty. So we can even get P2. The win is out of the question because I see Marcus Armstrong, the second ART, is leading, and he does not have a penalty. So the win is out of the question, but we can still get P2 and still, after everything that happened, finish ahead of our teammate. Come on, Tsunoda, stop holding me up. We go purple first sector, but because of Tsunoda holding us up, we lose a lot of time. The gap to Lundgaard is 4.7 seconds. DRS open as we are right behind Yuki Tsunoda, and now because, remember, Lundgaard has also got DRS on Dragovic. So everything is just working against me at this stage. Round the outside of the Japanese driver. Beautiful move. The gap to Lundgaard is now, what's that? That's 4.4 seconds. Okay, guys, it's really hovering. It's really hovering. The gap to Dragovic, 5.4 seconds. We've literally got 1 sector to go to try and bridge 4/10, well, even 5/10 of a second. Oh, guys, I don't think P2 is happening. P3 looks secure, but P2 not so much. I am driving with everything I've got. Every little last bit of grip that these tires have within them, I am using every little bit. Round the, what's that, the 4th to last corner, heading into, actually the 5th, this is the 4th to last corner, into the 3rd to, no, this is the penultimate corner, I was correct, penultimate corner, oh, the re-end steps, luckily we keep hold of the car, through the final corner, the gap to Dragovic is 4.9, will he exceed that on the straight? We are going to finish in P!
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
So as they climb out of the car, the ART team are ready and waiting to celebrate a thoroughly deserved win. I've got to. And I have to wonder, Davide Valsecchi, just what set them apart from the competition here.
The safety car made a big difference today, there's no doubt about it. I can't be certain, but it would have been a very different race and probably podium too without it. What I do know is that they came out of that situation in a favorable position. The safety car really does alter the balance of the race.
ART, the French team who have been racing since the 90s in various forms of motorsport, are once again back on the winner's podium today after a brilliant display of driving skill. And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
Nobuharu Matsushita is my favorite one. Today was amazing, he made so many overtakes.
After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you there. Take care.
Drama, drama, drama. Guys, less than a tenth is all it was between myself and Dragovic for P2. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am still fuming at Dragovic for what he did today. He cost us the win, not just for me, he cost us as a team a win and a 1-2. We had to settle now for P2 and 3. So yes, we're both still on the podium, but it could have been so much more. And that is the sad part about this whole thing. I actually wish that I could have been ahead of him, like honestly, because this was really a hard pill to swallow. But you guys can see there was the results of the feature race, and here are the overall results of the weekend. So we get 4 points for fastest for having the fastest lap in both races, 10 points for the sprint race, 25 for the feature. So 39 points in total. Dragovic actually gets the second biggest amount with 4 for qualifying, 6 for the feature race, 12 for the sprint race, and 22 points in total. Oh man, I really wanted to win both races here at Paul Ricard because it's such a satisfying feeling. This is a track that I love to drive, and my teammate cost me. My teammate cost me. But it's fine, it's all nothing dandy. I'm sure that I'll eventually be able to forgive Dragovic. But, guys, what a race, what a weekend. I mean, feature race, beyond action-packed. Sprint race, incredibly drama-filled. Obviously, you guys as a fan and a viewer have enjoyed these races. But, yeah, I can't feel a little bit stabbed in the back. You guys can see we lead the championship by 269 points. There's still a battle for P2 between Aitken, Schwartzman, and Armstrong. So that is still going to be heating up. That is the thing to keep our eyes on it. And at this point, I don't care about Dragovic because he's just irritating me after what happened today. We kept it clean at Bahrain. Why couldn't we have kept it clean today? That is my question. There's no point in fighting me. We've won the championship. We've won the team's championship. It's just good, clean, hard racing. But still, he made his choice and he cost us a 1-2. Now next, as soon as I eventually go to the team standings, guys, this F2 championship has probably been the most action-packed F2 racing ever on my channel. If you guys actually viewed my F2 2018 and 2019 series, I mean, yes, they were good. I'm not gonna lie. There were a few slobber knocker races in there. But this season with the 2020 F2 cars it has been perfecto mundo. And it just, the action keeps coming. When we look at the team's championship, 250 points ahead of ART Grand Prix. I don't think Prema or UNI Virtuosi will catch them unless their final 3 rounds are beyond spectacular. But we'll still have to see about that, guys. And guys, that has been the racing for this F2 weekend. Luckily, I still could keep the highlights for you guys. You guys could see a little bit of off-board cinematic action, but once again I do apologize for the cinematic cameras in the race. Nothing I could do about that. The files got corrupted. There is unfortunately nothing I can do about that. In any case, guys, it's been a fantastic weekend, and guys, if you guys haven't checked out the previous video, the announcement that I made was that I am no longer part of Falcon Gaming. the clan just guys, they a bunch of people left themselves, and they actually asked other people to leave because the clan was just, you know, we were overpopulated, if I can put it that way. So their links will no longer be in the description down below for you guys to follow. So don't worry about that. If you guys did indeed follow Falcon Gaming while you were busy watching my videos, from Falcon Gaming, they've told me to tell you guys thank you a lot. They appreciate all the support. But while you are down in the description, because you want to see if I'm lying to you or not, I'm telling the truth, I promise. Guys, follow me on social media. Please, if you enjoyed this video, share this video with your friends on social media. Tag me in the post or the story, and I will give you a shout out in a future video, as well as on my social medias. While you're down there, make sure to drop a like down below on the video. It's only going to take you a quick nifty 2 seconds. And if you are not yet subscribed, there's a very tempting red button down there. It's called the subscribe button. And please become part of our family as we are on our way to 250 subscribers. You crazy turbonatic, welcome to the family. Hit the subscribe down below, and don't forget to ding that bell to never miss a future awesome episode here on Turbo Fox Racers. You guys are amazing. It's been a drama-filled, action-packed weekend. The videos are looking good. I mean, if the video is good, I'm satisfied, even though you guys know I'm a bit of a sore loser, but I'll take it on the chin. You guys are amazing. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys with the next video or stream. Love you guys. Cheers!